Do I want to take the Duramax? I think I'm going to take the ABS. It's definitely calling my name day. All right. Now this is better. Hi, I'm Seth Casera, and this is my new YouTube channel. I thought my life was pretty fun not to document, and here I am. I just wanted to provide everyone with some new different content on this channel, of course truck content. Today we're going to be putting a 454, and I think it's a 1988 Dodge 150. We're going to be swapping the axles over on it, everything. It's going to be a complete overhaul, basically going to be building it into a SEMA truck. And I thought it would be too good not to document it and start a YouTube channel on it, because I got a lot of fun content coming. I can build this thing. That's what I'm going to do, build this thing more, build the other truck. Bunch of fun content coming your way. But let's get into it. I mean, we're going to be going and meeting my buddy Daniel and Peyton, and we're going to be cleaning this thing up. And I'm going to be going out there to help them start tearing the truck apart. So we'll just go from there. All right, we're pulling up. And they're already here without me. I'm always fashionably late, as always. But you know what? Who cares? Just flip me off. Just flip me out, little fucker. This is Peyton.
What's up?
And this is Daniel. Only one side of his window works. That one don't work. This one does though. So he only gets wind from one side. This is the pimp wagon. This is the shit box. But this is the truck that he's going to be replacing, because he's building that Dodge, and this turd is going to be replaced by a nicer truck. Everyone's pulling in right now. This thing really didn't even need washed. I'm just washing it because Peyton drove it to a show the other day and drove it right through a puddle. So the whole underneath is like completely caked in dirty ass water. So we're going to wash her off. So he was trying to call me, and I was gathering quarters to wash my truck, and he needed to be let out of his truck because I just figured out that he didn't have a handle here and he couldn't grab the cable. So I didn't answer his call, and he had no one to let him out of the truck. So he was yelling through the window at Daniel, and Daniel was getting quarters. And he called Daniel because he couldn't yell. I thought he was yelling through his window, but he told me he was calling you.
Yeah.
He was like, the truck will stay on if I put the window down, shut it, and then put the window back, open it and put the window back up. And I'm like, you make no sense. As you can see, it's like completely like covered in dust and shit. But I mean, that's nothing to like a normal person. But to me, I just let this thing sit, and I just don't want it to sit on there and rust. I mean, it sits underneath a tarp most of the year, and it's about winter time. So I kind of want to keep it as clean as I possibly can. But man, she's looking good today. Now they're both cleaning the wheels. What's that girl? Oh, that's a pile wheel cleaner stuff. Yeah. Man, looking good, Dan. Oh, this thing's all cleaned off now. Time to dry her off. I use that whatever it is rinse to make it like less shitty to dry off, but I guess I'll be complaining after still anyway. Now I'm really complaining because those are all the way up front, and I do not want to go up there and get those underneath this thing. I'm not taking this off. Okay, well now she's all clean and dry, and so is Dan's. Look at this thing, this pimper. But we're gonna be going to Peyton's to start working on the Dodge now, and we wasted about half the day, so we'll see how much we get done. We're gonna get the you want to get the bed off?
I was thinking we can probably do bed cab and front clip on this.
Bed cab, and not the cab's not coming off. All right, well that's up to you. But we're gonna do bed cab and front clip. Just take everything off. So we'll see when we get there. Well, you finally got here, and the square body's already torn apart over there. The Dodge is over here, but those axles off that's a K2500, And those are going off that onto the 150.
I figure if I hang a strap here, we can use this to pull all the stuff up off.
The cab?
Yeah, the cab, the bed, everything.
So we talked about this already. We're gonna get a tent, to get like a tent garage thing to go out here.
That snow plow is.
Up there. But that's the Dodge. We're gonna get that thing. I mean, you want to try to get the 318 running before we swap a 454 into 450?
No, that 318 never had enough power.
All right, we're going with the 454 then. But this is ratchet as hell. I don't know if I trust this tree.
The tree's good.
The tree is not good. Why is he moving his truck again?
I don't know.
He's like, I'm gonna do a photo shoot. He's afraid of getting it in the mud after we just washed him. He's probably pissed at you right now.
Why?
I don't know. Probably mad because you made him go through the dirt and shit with his truck.
I didn't try.
Oh.
I wanted to go all interstate, but we wouldn't have been here for another hour.
I don't mean to bring this up, Daniel, but this kind of makes me feel like, you know the Logan Paul video when he went into the suicide forest? This kind of gives me that vibe.
I think this is a terrible idea.
Swing from it? It's a sex swing. This thing, we've tried many times to get this 318 running, new carb, everything. It just doesn't want to run. So this thing's not going to complete overhaul. It's pretty clean for a base. He's putting new fenders on. We're going to fix the bed. The bed's coming off. These cleaned out horribly. But for the most part, the cab corners are all solid. A little bit of surface right there. All three rockers are solid. And the frame is very solid on it. Compared to that Chevy over there, everything's solid on this. The frame on that's gone. But all its components are great. But this thing, it's pretty rough right now. But it's going to be pretty badass when we're done. We got a long way to go. All we got to do is start. All right, we got her all hooked up. We're going to be moving her here. Hey, hold on. I need the key for it.
It should be in there.
All right, we're about to pull this thing over. It took a minute to find the key. Finally got it. And we're going to hoist up the cab and stuff. First off, we're going to clean everything out and then hoist up the cab. But, oh, shoot, she got to steer. She's hard to steer. Oh, man, she's hard to steer. All right, we're good. Cruising. Pull a fuse, dare ya?
I don't know what it is.
Well, here's the front axle. It's going underneath, but this thing's sad, man. Like the whole thing all rotted out. We were gonna build this one, but the frame's rotted in the back over the bed. Cab's all screwed up. Just would have been too much work than for what it's worth. So we're taking all the parts off of it good, and we're gonna make a. Can we call it the Dodge?
No, we gotta find something better.
I like the Dodge.
Can we just call it Frankenstein?
Well, Frankenstein works too. Well, Frankenstein it is. But this thing's pretty sad, man. It's been sitting here. He got it. Had 60,000 miles on the motor, and the frame was just shot. So he rebuilt the motor, and the trans has a manual in it. I don't know what they came in this year Chevy. I'm not a big transmission guy, but yeah, it's pretty sad though. But all this going underneath that. This thing is extremely.
It's actually a really nice truck bed.
Well, I'm saying it's extremely dirty. I wasn't gonna say anything bad, but there's no rust. But I mean, it's like
It's solid.
more solid than your Ford's bed.
Dude, this bed's more solid than my frame. Hell, what are we talking about?
Yeah, it was crab walking down the interstate. I sent him a video of it. I'll let that roll right now. It wasn't horrible, but it's crab walking for sure. That hasn't been out there since 4 years. No, we're not pissing someone off. We'll burn it.
Yeah.
The right way. We'll do it the right way. But that is an old ass flag.
This thing's seen a lot of interstate use.
All right, the bumper's loose now. I got her off. couple casualties, but she's off.
Got wires. That bumper isn't even going back on. That's in the for sale pile.
Don't get that license plate away.
No, I'll take that back off.
Under the bed?
Under the bed. We'll pick up the front end.
Okay.
Underneath.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a little bit offset from that thing. I mean,
But it'll be okay.
well, we got the, by the way, we got the bed off. It's coming off right now. All the bolts are out. The little bolts that were holding it together.
Those were tiny.
Yeah. Okay, we're taking the bed off. Finally got it off with the little bolts that were left in it. This is uncentered as hell. But I mean, it wouldn't be a video without some redneck shit like we do all the time, so. Oh, it's got lift off. Oh, we have lift off on that side. Watch the cab. Watch the cab. You're good. You're good. Need it. Sit right there. Get up a little higher. There's some wiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick that up. We'll pull this way. I'll pull this way.
After a long, excruciating time, the bed's finally off. These mud wasps lay more better beads than you do, and me. I'm not gonna say myself either. That they lay better beads than you.
Well, you gotta throw me under the bus. Throw yourself under the bus.
What's this thing?
That's a fuel tank strap.
Oh,
Barely held on.
that's safe.
Hell yeah.
Oh, but this is why we're gonna be basing off this truck. 'Cause the frame, although it has some surface rust, it's still very nice. That, unlike that frame over there. Oh, there's Daniel's little rig. He's cleaning up the plastics on it. But the frame on this thing's really nice, and it's worth fixing. So we had to pull it from out under the tree because we're going to load the bed up onto that trailer over there to work on pulling the cab off next. That's the next step. Then we're going to take the engine out, and then we're going to mock up the axles. That'll be another video. I'm going to mock up the axles and then mock up the drivetrain, hopefully next video after we get everything out. But it's going to be a little longer video. It's going to be kind of the introduction. I hope y'all enjoy the content, because this is honestly going to be pretty cool when we're done. We got a lot more stuff like this coming to you guys. So we got the bed on the trailer out of the way. Finally. That was pretty tough to do. He's about taking our shins out as we were trying to load her up. Now that's finally off.
I got the bumper.
We were taking the bumper off and Peyton got crushed by it. He's done. Well, we're removing the front clip. The wires are here. We don't have any wires snipped because we're going to be getting a completely new harness. So I'm going to piss a couple Dodge inners off and cutting it with a knife.
It's a buck knife. It's okay.
It'll work. It's got through everything else. And all through your Dodge radiator hoses. There you go. Old knife went through that thing. So taking a little break from the Dodge, we're about done with it for the day. Here's the 454.
It's gonna get repainted before
It's going to get repainted before it goes in. This is not going to be going in for a while because we got to get everything else mocked up for it. But you'll see another reason why it's not going in for a while. We got a little problem here because they're putting an addition on the house. We can't get it through here. There's no way we're going to get it through this. So as of now, the 454 is going to stay in this shed, and it's going to look pretty in here, and you can do a couple other things to it, but it's stuck in here for now. All right, so we're losing daylight and stuff here, honestly, but we got the door off because we got to take the front clip off and stuff, but we're going to leave it for the night, and we're going to be doing a series on this. I said this video is already pretty long. Yeah. So we did get the bed off and stuff, and we did get almost the front clip off completely, but
pull another door.
I got to pull the other door, but the next video we'll get the front clip off and axles off, and on that truck over there we'll get the axles and stuff off of it and work on swapping it over. But we're gonna end the video there, and there'll be a lot more to this series. So have a good one.